I don't know if you can tell in this lighting. I have a goatee right now. Do you like it? I never do this. This is such a look. I think it's cute, but I do look a little bit older. I don't love that. I want to look young. This is the time I stupidly got 4 piercings in one day on one ear. Okay, at the time, I didn't know that I was susceptible to keloids. Okay, you know what a keloid is, right? It's like a bump that never stops growing. And unfortunately, I had one on the back of my earlobe. It was flesh colored, but it was still disgusting. It was a big lump on the back of my ear because I pierced that earlobe on my own. I just shoved an earring through my ear years ago like an idiot. And yeah, it's trauma to the ear, which forms the keloid. Even though it was like skin colored, I was really insecure about it. Like in my college class, like anyone sitting behind me, I was so in my head, like, are they looking at my bump? Are they looking at my keloid? I didn't even know it was called a keloid yet, I don't think. But like, I was like, are they looking at it? And then one time I kissed somebody and I guess he felt it and he was like, what is that bump? And I was so embarrassed because I didn't even know what it was called yet. I was like, yeah, it's like a bump I have. One time I went to Claire's, got 2 cartilage piercings, and I wanted 4 that day. They wouldn't do 4. So I went to another place called Bead World and got 2 more. That is so stupid. That ear, you know damn well that got infected. This was the second most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. The first was when I scratched my cornea with the eyeliner in class, when I jabbed myself in the eye. That was horrible. But this was really, really bad. Like it was so inflamed, so infected. It was so disgusting. I had to go to a doctor and he was trying to, like, it hurt to even touch it. It was so tender. And I was like, ow, ow, ow. I am like, Randy Kelly, you are the biggest idiot for doing this. Why would you get 4 piercings in a day? There's a reason they don't want you to do that. My doctor told me, like, don't pierce anything ever again. So ultimately, I had to have surgery to have that 1 keloid removed because that's the only way to get rid of it. They don't go away. Like, not to the extent it was. It was already too big. I was awake for the procedure, but they numb it. I didn't feel a damn thing. It doesn't hurt. It's fine. I was a little nervous, but it didn't hurt. I didn't feel anything. It was literally 2 doctors in the room. They were yapping the entire procedure. So I'm sitting there in silence listening to these 2 yap. And they also had Elton John Rocket Man playing, which I love that song. So I'm getting something cut out of my ear while I'm sitting here listening to Rocket Man and these 2 yapping. So interesting experience. It was over before you know it. And I was like, oh, we're done? Yay. As for those 4 cartilage piercings, I was told, go home, try to push them out, let your ear heal. It's gonna hurt, but try. I was like, okay, so I go home. It hurt so bad. I cannot explain. I cannot put into words how badly this hurt. I was like, ow. You can't even do it. It took me hours to get them out because it hurt so bad. And the doctor that removed the one on my earlobe, he was like, I would not pierce your ears ever again because the trauma of piercing it again can make the keloid form again. And I was like, okay, doc, I won't. So I do clip-ons or magnets or whatever I have to do because I really like the look of earrings on me. I think it looks really sophisticated. I like the look of it. And I was like, well, this sucks. That's not fair. Everyone else can pierce their ears except me. So I just do what I gotta do. Even when I got my nose pierced, I had a small bump. That one didn't turn into a big situation, but it was a small bump that would not go away. And nothing helped. Cleaning it didn't help. Taking it out and cleaning it didn't help. Tea tree oil didn't help. Nothing helped. This bump, even when I took the nose ring out permanently, there was still a bump there for years. I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? And I got my eyebrows microbladed, which is just basically filling them in. And it's almost like a tattoo, but it's not permanent, but it hurts like a tattoo. Oh my God. I've never gotten a tattoo, but like, she's pulling your skin. She talks to you the entire time. So we're yapping during it. So it's kind of distracting, which is nice, but your eyes water. It definitely is irritating to get your eyebrows microbladed. And I was concerned, am I going to get keloids around there? Because this is like a trauma in a sense. And so I asked a doctor, I was like, can I get my eyebrows microbladed? I don't want keloids on my face. I will die. On an earlobe is one thing. On your face, you can't even hide that. I'm not trying to sound like a shallow bitch, but who wants a fucking big bump on their face? Like, come on. Like, imagine me with a keloid on my eyebrow. But anyway, it worked out. I got my eyebrows microbladed and then I got it touched up. So I've done it a few times and nothing has happened. Knock on wood, because I'm going to touch up again. So yeah, I have to take everything into consideration before I do anything regarding my skin and my body, because I just don't want to have any issues. And even like in the future, I want to get a hair transplant. I've talked about this. I'm going to go to Turkey. I'm literally going to Turkey at a certain point in my life, getting a hair transplant. And I just hope it doesn't give me any problems, because I'm like, bitch, I'm going to be paying a lot of money for this. I don't need more problems. This is supposed to be a solution, not a problem. I cannot wait to make a YouTube video out of me getting a hair transplant. Oh God, I'm going to literally look crazy. Your face gets like inflamed, I think. Like you look puffy and crazy. I don't know if I can even film myself. I'll take one for the team for the sake of YouTube. A part of me feels like I've told all these stories before, so hopefully this isn't just a big repeat of a video, but like, I don't know. I have so many videos, I forget what I say, so sorry if I'm like repeating myself. Okay, well I have to get an anti-aging facial in 15 minutes, so I gotta get going. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon.